setting yourself up for success. People talk about that a lot, don't they?
Yes, and sometimes it can be like a bit overwhelming when you think, God, there are so many things that I have to do to set myself up for success. Like, what do I have to actually do to do this? It can be overwhelming, I think.
It is overwhelming. It can cause so much anxiety as well, because people always say, what's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? What are your goals? And you can think,
yeah,
it's so tiring.
It's
I can't think, and your mind just goes blank, and then you get up the next day and you just do the same thing you did the day before. You might not get up when your alarm goes off. You go back to sleep. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this week's episode
of Get Real with the English Sisters.
Send us a text message, because that's available wherever you listen to your podcast, and right in the description you can send us a text message and tell us how you feel about our podcast and what you'd like us to talk about in the next episode, and we'll certainly take that into consideration.
We will absolutely. We'll be inspired by it.
Exactly.
So all this setting yourself up for success, palaver. I mean, it can be a lot, can't it?
Yeah, a friend of mine was telling me the other day that they were supposed to be in work like really early, and they set their alarm, and in the end, because they haven't got, there's no one like checking on them or anything, so in the end they just went back to sleep. And they just did, even though the night before they said, I'm going to get up early, I'm setting my alarm, I'm going to do this. And then when they heard the alarm, they just went back to sleep. And so it got me thinking about setting yourself up for success, but like on a daily basis. And then that will it'll have like the domino effect.
Right,
so
yeah.
It will compound, like compound interest. And by the end of the year or whatever, you will have had a very successful year.
Yeah, I do agree with you, because sometimes looking at this big picture, like thinking, okay, by the end of this year, I want to have my business totally set up. Yeah. I want to make so much money and I want to do this. And then you find that each single day, you're not actually taking those tiny little actions that you need to take in order to get that done.
Exactly.
And you end up procrastinating because you don't do those small things. So this is about the small things as usual in life, really.
It's everything. It's always tiny, tiny things that compound.
It is. It's making that one phone call, filling up that one form, no matter how boring it is, and just sending it off. It's all that the admin stuff as well. Sometimes that can get you bogged down. So you have to think, do it like one tiny thing. So today, what do I have to do? I have to phone. Get that done. One little thing.
Yeah, meal prep. My daughter was telling me, she's so funny, because she was saying, Mum, this meal prep is so... She lives in London, and we were on the phone. She said, this meal prep is so hard. How do people do it? They prepare. And I go, yeah, it's really hard, but I go, it's really nice when you've got a really nice lunch.
It is.
Tea and dinner to look forward to. And it's been so funny, because ever since I said that, she's been meal prepping every week, and she loves it.
Really? So
yes.
She just goes and buys loads of food.
On Monday, she'll buy her meals for the whole week.
For the whole week,
and she'll cook them on that day.
Wow, I didn't know she did that.
She puts them in the fridge, and then she's got them, and then she said it makes such a difference.
Yeah.
Because she says it's a relief, Mum, because first of all, I'm not eating out, and I'm not eating, things that I don't want to be eating. That just maybe make me put on weight.
And spending the money.
Yeah. Yeah, or expensive. And then secondly, I've got my nice lunches to look forward to.
That she takes to work with her, yeah.
So, and that's like setting yourself up in a small way. Those are little things that you can do that are going to make you feel good, and they're going to make you more productive in the end.
No, it doesn't actually sound that little, though. Like, you have to go and buy all food, like, for a whole week.
Basically, she's put it down to 2 meals. She doesn't mind eating the same thing every day.
No,
so she's made like a soup for the evening, a minestrone soup, and like a bolognese sauce for lunch.
Oh,
and
great.
She says that'll last her like 4 days.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So, like, one
and then on
kind of...
Friday, she says she just have whatever.
Well, yeah, Friday sort of like...
it's almost a weekend,
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea, actually, yeah. As a lot of people are doing that nowadays.
Well, yeah, because it
There
means
is
that
no
you've
time
got-
when you come back home from work either.
No. Yeah, when I was at the supermarket the other day, I was just thinking, this feeding yourself is a full-time job. It really is, because just thinking
Yeah.
about your meals and what you
Yeah.
have to buy and what you have to freeze.
Well,
and what you
imagine
have
once
to
upon a
cook.
time you had to
But
go and hunt
imagine-
for the food.
Well,
I mean, that
know.
was your life,
I
was
know,
finding
but that
food.
was what it was, wasn't it? It was finding
Yeah.
food. Now we have to do so many things.
Yeah,
So
you'd have to
much.
find and cultivate your own food, and that was mainly
But that would give a lot of satisfaction as well. But I'm sure it was very hard. It wasn't
Very,
it
very
wasn't
hard.
an easy life. I'm
No,
not saying it's much
no.
easier now, but it's harder in other ways.
exactly. Yes.
But
Yeah.
going back to setting yourself up for success for the day is the little things like you wouldn't think of unless you're really depressed, and then we recommend that you do this. But you wouldn't think of like leaving the house without brushing your teeth, for instance.
No.
So it's these little actions that every day without, doing your hair, having a shower. It's these little things that set you up for a nice day, to look forward to a nice day ahead. And then also, I think, plan something nice in the day as well. Make
Gosh,
sure
you're
you
absolutely
have a fun
right.
thing to do in the day.
What, like every single day?
Every
That's
single
nice.
day. So whether it's
Yeah.
going for a little coffee or just getting a coffee on your way to work or whatever you like.
I do that,
a nice
definitely.
fruit.
Yeah.
Something that you enjoy, or making sure that during the day you go and have a nice chat with someone. You phone a friend. You go and see a friend.
That
pop
does
in
set you
after
up for
work.
success. That really does.
Because it inspires you. Because otherwise, just the everyday life can be it can be like a treadmill, can't it? Like a wheel. Like
yeah,
that goes mad.
it's like by the end of the week you think, okay, so what happened this week? And I don't know, it was one big blob. I
Yeah.
went to work, came back, fell asleep on the couch, watched this, fell asleep back. You want to sort of like make sure that by the end of the week there's one or two things you remember, like even like what you said, eating that nice piece of fruit or something.
Cake or something.
Yeah, or a cake. Yeah, whatever. I went to get that and I ate that and that was lovely. Or because you enjoyed it, not just because you were eating it, you didn't even realize you ate it.
No, that's another thing to go through life mindfully.
Yes,
So important.
It's so important. Yeah, it's like, okay, I choose to eat this now, and oh wow, was it delicious? Certainly was.
It was delicious.
It sounds like you
Thinking
ate
of that lovely cake I ate.
There you go. And these small things, I think that's the aim. But it would be, it's really nice to, when you close your eyes at night, to also think about something nice that happened that day. Whether you spent time with a loved one or you enjoyed cuddling your pet, what was it that that was nice about that day?
Yeah, and it can
small-
also be a really simple thing. Like I was thinking, like when I leave the house for the day, if I make sure that I've left everything more or less tidy, when I come home, it's really nice to see a tidy house and not come back to a big mess. And so these are little things that we've learned throughout the years.
Yes.
That you just, as you go along, you put things away. So if you get something out, you put it away straight away. And then that cuts down, because that can make you feel so good. Yeah,
It can.
Or like your workspace as well. Set yourself up with a lovely workspace. Like
That can make such a difference.
so that you've got something nice to look at, a nice photo.
Do you remember in England, I do remember, it used to be this tradition. There was always flowers outside the train station, and you would just buy some fresh daffodils and take them home and just sort of enjoy them, or put them in your office area. Just fill them up with.
Yeah, that's great.
Do you remember that? I mean, I don't know if this is something.
I still got that.
Yeah,
You still got
and it used to
flowers.
be, very economical, so it wasn't expensive to buy yourself a bunch
especially
of.
the daffodils were cheap.
Yeah,
£1, they were like £1. or something.
Exactly.
But that was years ago. I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
about
of
now.
course it was years.
Now they're probably about
It must be in relation to the
the
lifestyle.
inflation.
Yeah, but it was something that anybody could sort of if you were working, obviously you could afford to buy yourself something really pretty and beautiful to look at. And those small things, though, aren't
Well,
they?
it's nature, isn't it?
And we are nature, and we cannot forget that. So we are reminded of that when we see things that grow and are, I mean,
They're so beautiful.
that are so beautiful. Yes. So I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
say if you're allergic to like
I'm
what's it,
allergic,
like my
but-
son's allergic.
But daffodils are okay, actually.
Are they?
Yeah. They don't give
There's
me.
a lot of scent in them though.
Yeah,
They're actually
but-
very perfumed, some of them. I bought some the other day at the supermarket, the ones that are forced because they're early.
Yeah,
they're like really in
yeah.
the greenhouse. But I put them outside on the terrace and they've been fine. But they're really pretty to see because it makes me feel like spring is really in the air.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, it's these
these
small
little
things that you do also for yourself, because it's not that somebody else has to buy you these flowers. If you like them, you can go and buy yourself something, even that's... Or you can compose yourself this lovely vase of flowers by yourself.
Yeah, or even like
twigs and things.
What I was going to say, if you're allergic,
Yeah.
even the silk flowers, the fake ones, they're still really beautiful to look at. We have a few in our home, and
I
I'm
do.
really
I have some white
enjoying them.
ones. I do enjoy looking at them. Yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah, or just changing it up. I know sometimes when you're really overwhelmed, you can think, I can't be bothered to change anything. It's too tiring, but you'll be surprised that if you make that effort, if you say, yes, I'm going to set myself up for success today. I'm going to make sure that
Yes.
wherever I live, it looks nice
Yes.
and tidy.
Yeah,
and I've got something nice to look forward to eat in the evening.
Yes, absolutely.
And take care of yourself, something healthy to eat. Like, it's all right to have something like really, enjoyable at the weekend, but then
During the week
you can really enjoy. Like yesterday, I made a chicken broth with the vegetables, which I really enjoyed.
Did you? Oh. There you go.
Look so shocked.
No, with the vegetables. I mean, chicken broth with.
No, I just made a minestrone, but I added a real chicken to
Oh,
it.
right, yeah.
So it was
like
I cooked it in the pressure cooker, and it was really delicious.
nice. Oh, okay.
It was obviously it's a bit more effort because you have to take the chicken out and then you have to debone it, whatever. But in the end, it was so delicious that it was worth it.
I just made pasta fagioli, which is just like this. It's just canned. What are they called?
Cannoli beans.
No, I don't like. I use the red kidney beans, and
that's
then
unusual.
yeah, I just sort of like mix them up in a little pan with a tiny bit of. It's not. Yeah, is it unusual?
I don't know.
Well,
But
probably,
I don't know
because
what they're making it to
I
be.
mean, they kind of
think
taste the
use
same, but I
cannelloni,
think
don't
I prefer the red colour in them. And I just
they?
made
But
them,
maybe
and
they've got
then
more antioxidants in them.
I don't know. I just made them, with them some pasta that I had left over, that lasagna pasta, the fresh stuff.
Yeah, that's
I just
nice.
cut that up.
Oh, you
And
cut that
yeah, just used it and put it in there and in this bowl with water and anyway, it was really nice, and it was ready in 20 minutes because I came home from
Well,
work. I
that's
was
quick,
tired.
yes.
I was so tired, and I thought, oh no, we need to eat something healthy. And who cares? Do you know what time we ate in the end? It was only 5:30. So, like my son was saying, Mum, you can't have, what is this, your dinner? It's like tea time. I go, oh, who cares? We're hungry.
Well, in England,
And-
they used to have tea at 5:30.
Yeah, but tea was like
No, they used
real
to eat dinner.
dinner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
know.
was 5, yeah. So
It was 5:30, and we ate. And anyway,
if you're hungry,
yeah.
I mean, I'm very flexible with my eating times. If I'm hungry, I'll just eat. I'll make an
Yeah.
early dinner.
Yeah, definitely. What to say? Absolutely, and we ate, and it was nice. But yeah, it's these little things.
It's that little things as well. I think about being flexible because say if you're set on your ways and you think no, I have to eat at 8.
Yes, that's what my
and
son
you're
said.
going
Mum,
to
it's
get
hard.
into a bad mood because you come home and you're starving.
And you have to
Or
wait.
you're going to start scoffing some crisps or
That's
something
what
that you
would
find.
that's what would have happened, because in the end I would have probably gone to tea, biscuits, trying to
Well,
find
yeah,
some
because
kind of
instead of just eating a healthy meal.
Yeah.
So I think setting yourself up for success is also
listening to your body.
and
Yeah.
your mind and thinking, what do I need right now to give me sustenance?
Exactly.
gonna
It's
feed my
always
soul
about the little
and
things. Yeah. It's about those little things. Even like in the morning, I've got this coffee mug that I really like. So I make sure that I have
Don't
my
go on
morning.
about my coffee mug. I hate it if someone else takes it.
Yeah, the other day my husband used my coffee mug, And I was like, why? He goes, it's the same. It's just a different colour. It's the same as mine. I go, yeah, but that's my mug. I really want to have my coffee in it. I mean, and I was thinking, this is, you know, but in the end I switched. I go, do you mind? Because it's sort of like, it's a habit, it's comforting, but there's also something in the colour of that mug that I really enjoy.
What colour is it?
No, it's just my light pink one, actually.
Well,
it's not
pink. It's pretty.
It's pretty, yeah, and it's very large. You know, it's a bit larger than his, and anyway. But I was thinking, you know, this is such a silly small thing, but it kind of like.
Well, I've got
For
one.
me,
I've got two, just only two of them that I use, and they're white china ones, but they're large.
Yeah, they're extra
And
large.
I love them. And if they're not there, I don't like
It's
it.
not the same,
No,
is it?
I have to go and find it, wash it.
So these are those tiny small
to
things
set you up for success, because you know that in the morning you're going to have a lovely cup of coffee with that.
yeah, or
also
whatever you drink.
Setting you up, whatever you drink. Setting you up for success is also making sure you do get up when you set your alarm, and don't get in the habit of turning it off. Because I think if you get into habits, into like, in quotation, bad habits of like turning your alarm off, you're gonna get used to that, and it's gonna make you feel more tired and more sleepy and like more sorry for yourself that you have to get up. Whereas if you just automate some processes, like getting up, you think, okay, I'm gonna get up at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whenever you have to get up. And you do actually get up. It's a lot better for your brain, because your mind gets used to it, and then you'll do it again. It becomes a pattern.
Well, it's also
becomes
showing
automated.
you that you're doing something. You're completing that one action. So you're demonstrating to yourself that you can do it.
That's a good
and
point.
that, you know, that sets you up for other things you can do.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, I did that, and even though you don't want to get up, but you do it. That sets you up for, if I did that, then I can do other things. It's like unconsciously telling your mind that you can do things.
That's so true.
Yeah, that might not be that nice.
Yes.
So you say, right, I did that. I got out of my warm bed
Yes.
in the morning, and I can do other things too. And you can do them. And you will be like, you get your satisfaction from doing them as well. Even things that you don't like you get up, but then you have the reward, like we have, of our coffee mug that we really like. And so it's like things that you don't like doing, and you add small things, which is, I think, how most people get through life.
Yes,
This is a very common thing.
Thing.
It's just that sometimes we can forget it, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's like reward. It's like rewarding yourself for little things that you do.
Yes. And, you know, it's important to give yourself those rewards, but also to do the thing.
Yeah,
like
I think it is important.
Yeah.
Because some people think it's like spoiling yourself, and you should be really,
But life
hard
isn't
on yourself.
No.
I don't believe in that.
No, if you look like what you were saying, referring back to nature can be hard, it can be cold, and it can be, you know, there can be a blizzard out there, but then, you know, the sun will come out again. And there's time for like what the cats do, and they stretch out in the sunshine, you know, and they roll on the grass and they enjoy it. So that's how we were meant to be. We're meant to go through hard times, but then also to be able to enjoy ourselves outside and in the warm times, and give ourselves pleasant things.
Give ourselves pleasure.
Exactly, yes, because life cannot be without pleasure.
No, it has to be both. It has to be a balance, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It does. So let us know what you do to give yourself happiness and feeling good vibes and energy. And, you know, it can be as just a simple thing like taking a walk every day, which does make us feel very good. A cup of coffee, whatever it is that makes you feel good. Let us know in the comments. Send us a text, and we really look forward to hearing from you. Lots of love and smiles from the
English sisters. Bye-bye.